What's going on, guys? This is Trevor from Seven Figure Skills. I'm the marketing director here. I run most of AJ's ads and all of our Store in the Box member ads. I'm basically going to be walking y'all through today product engagement pages. Essentially, I'm going to tell you about what they are, how they work, show you a couple examples, and show you the tools that we use to create these for ourselves. What is a product engagement page? Let's start off with the basics. A product engagement page is essentially meant to indoctrinate your audience and basically get you a more targeted customer whenever they reach the product page. It's a little bit cheaper. First of all, it's basically going to be used for data collection, but it's also a great way to convert audiences, indoctrinate them, and turn people who are just looking at content to actual purchasers. It's great at converting. Product engagement page is kind of the middleman. A lot of people, when they run ads, 90% of the time they're running ads straight to a product page. We don't want to do that. We don't want to run ads straight to a product page because, first of all, it's expensive, and second of all, you don't want people to get to your product page unless they're actually ready to buy the product. So really, what this is it's getting people ready for that. It's the step in between your ad and your product, it basically indoctrinates people a little bit better. So I'm going to show you all a couple examples real quick. This one right here, you might have already seen on Facebook. It's this is called Fixed. It's like something you plug into your car. Basically tells you what your check engine light means, what kind of issues you're having with your vehicle. But something you'll notice, first of all, is that Fixed is the company. That's what's being sold. But right here in the top left corner, it says Better Life Advocate. So something that's extremely important when you're doing product engagement pages is essentially you want to sound like a innocent third party. You don't want to sound like the guy who's selling something. You don't want to come off salesy. You want to come off as like the soccer mom kind of sound where you're just reviewing the product. You're giving them an honest opinion of what you think of this product, and kind of talking them into actually buying it. But you always want to be talking in third person. You never want to be talking like the person who's actually selling the product. Um, so that's one thing. This definitely looks like it was made in ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels is great for single products. If you're selling multiple products, though, obviously Shopify is the way to go. But if you're doing single products, we generally use ClickFunnels. It's just a little bit more intuitive, and you don't necessarily need an entire Shopify store if you're only selling a single product. So that's obviously right here. We're going to look at a few things that make this a good product engagement page. So first and foremost, we've got Better Life Advocate is what they're basically advertising this as. They even bought the domain name betterlifeadvocates.com. Basically, that right there just sounds like something. They're customer friendly. They're customer oriented. They're just trying to find cool products that improve people's lives. Obviously, that's not what the actual company is. The actual company is Fixed. But since they're branding it as this, as the innocent third party, they automatically kind of instill trust with their customer base as soon as people reach this page. The next thing you'll notice is this tagline, this title. Later on, I'll talk to you a little bit more about Marketing 101. But essentially, the biggest thing with marketing is you're identifying a problem and providing a solution. So right here, they identify the problem and provide a solution. They're talking about how mechanics basically screw people over, whatever, cost people lots of money, and somehow this product's going to fix it. So they get you engaged, they get you ready to read more, and by the time you finish reading this and seeing this, you have the trust in whatever you're reading, and you're excited to figure out what the solution is. Something else about product engagement pages is you see the sidebar. Sidebars are pretty important when it comes to product engagement pages. You want that blog feel. You want it to look like you're reading something on like a Forbes article or something like that. It's just marketing 101. It kind of like that template is what people associate with just general content, something that's not salesy. So something else you'll notice about product engagement pages, this one itself is a little bit word heavy, but most PEPs are image centered. You see a lot of images of the product. You see a lot of social proof like this. I'm not even sure if this is actual social proof. That looks like a stock image to me, photoshopped or whatever. But essentially, all these images, all these little parts, there's little social proof, and the way it's worded too, it's really just meant to get people ready to, interact with the product. So obviously at the very bottom, they have something, check here or click here to check availability. This is essentially if a customer makes it to this page and clicks on this, they are going to be targeted, retargeted, and basically they're a good audience. So yeah, that's a great product engagement page. I can already tell this is ClickFunnels. It's got the little countdown timer. It's got this big button, and I guarantee you, if I click this, it's going to offer me an upsell. Let's see. Yep, here we go. There's the upsell. If I buy now, I can get a second one for 50% off, or buy two get one. Okay, so basically, yeah, this is a ClickFunnels website. But yeah, ClickFunnels is a great option if you're doing a single product, especially for product engagement pages. It makes it very intuitive. I'll show you another example real quick too. Some of y'all might be familiar with Oddity Mall. Essentially, this is what we would call a blog network. Blog networks are something that we recently started doing ourselves as well. Essentially, it's a third-party website. It's not affiliated with any of our stores necessarily, but it's essentially a store where we just talk about cool products, right? It's a blog. It's a WordPress website that we use to blog about, the products that we're selling. So we, on that website, post products from multiple stores that we have, multiple stores, even for our members. And we're actually going to start, I think, offering it to Done For You and Store in the Box members, where you will, write their article and put it on the product engagement, or put a product engagement page on our blog network. So that might be something to look out for. I'm not sure if we're doing that yet necessarily. Regardless, this is still something you can do yourselves. You can reach out to affiliates. You can do a lot of different stuff to get yourself on a website like this. But essentially, let's just look at some of the similarities between this and the last product engagement page and what makes these good. Right off the bat, here we've got the sidebar I was talking about before. Just makes it look very bloggy, makes it look very user friendly. Oddity Mall, definitely not associated with whatever this product is. But there we've got the prominent buy now button, tells us what the price is, and the product engagement page again is going to be very image heavy. You'll notice they probably have 1, 2, maybe 3 or 4 paragraphs of actual text, but the majority of this page is just images of the product, right? And then again, the buy now button at the bottom that'll take them to the actual page where they can buy. So something to keep in mind. You need to have HD images. You need to have at least 5, 6. Have a good amount of images that kind of display different variations of the product, the size of the product, whatever. Make sure they're HD. Make sure they're high quality, and write some engaging text that sounds like it's written by a third-party person. You don't want to talk about it and like it's your lamp. You want to talk about it like this lamp is so cool, whatever. Like you don't want to talk about it in first person like you're the one selling it. So really quick, let me show you the tools that we use to basically build these pages on Shopify. Like I said, blog networks are a little bit different. That's something where you reach out to a blogger in your niche, or you create the blog yourself, which is a lot more labor intensive. And basically, you just send them an article, the images, and everything that you need. Sometimes you have to pay for it. Sometimes they'll just post it because it's free content for them. But you have to do that outreach. You have to do the research. You have to find the blogs in your niche. Let's say you're selling golf clubs or something, and you find a prominent golf magazine or a golf blog, and you just reach out to them with an article about the products you're selling, some HD images, and basically just send them a well-worded email. And 90% of the time, I would say they would post the content just because it saves them the time of having to write up an article. So yeah, let's go ahead and show you some of the tools that we use. So the first one, this is the free option. Personally, I don't use this one, but Pagefly. It's a tool or an app that you can get on Shopify, on your Shopify store. Since Shopify is the main sales channel that we use, this is a good option if you don't want to spend the monthly fee for some of the better page builders. But essentially, it helps you build pages that get a more blog-like feel. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of the templates and themes that you use for Shopify don't really allow you a whole lot of customization on that end of things. So this is really kind of like a click and drag model that kind of lets you set it up to look more like a blog. It helps your Shopify page go from looking like a store to looking like a page like this with the sidebar, the images, the text, whatever. So that's a good example is Pagefly. If you're looking for a free one, the one that we use is called Shogun. This is a really, really cool one. You'll see that they offer a bunch of stuff like the starter plan, essential plan, whatever. I've actually been able to find a way to where you don't really need to pay for a plan. Essentially, I'll show you all really quick if I can get on our other site how to do this. But essentially, yeah, it's a great, powerful tool. Again, it's a very click and drag concept. Helps you essentially just make better product engagement pages. Makes it look like that blog article feel. Helps you capture the whatever kind of style you're going for. You can do it with Shogun. They do have some plans. $15 a month is the cheapest one. But like I was saying, there are some ways to work around that if you're just doing like a single product engagement page. But if you're doing multiple, I would just recommend getting the starter plan. So yeah, this is a good option too, Shogun. Keep that in mind as you're building these out. Obviously, the other option that we talked about, the other two options would be ClickFunnels if you're doing a single product. Again, I would not recommend that if you're selling multiple products. You need a store like Shopify. ClickFunnels is really only good if you're selling a single like solid product that you know is going to be like an industry changer. You can't just sell any old coffee table through ClickFunnels. It needs to be a very cool, captivating, passion-based product, whether it's high ticket or low ticket. But the other option aside from that is the blog network. Obviously, blog networks. The hard way would be to make your own blog network, build a WordPress site, and basically start generating content about products. It would require a new domain name. It would require a lot of work. And, we personally did that because, we were at the point where we had enough stores and we were like, let's just build our own blog network so we don't have to keep reaching out to people in these different niches. But again, something that you can do is essentially just reach out to people in the niche that you're selling in, prominent bloggers, prominent influencers, really just the big sites. You can go to sites like SEMrush, semrush.com, to check like what their traffic's like, see how many link clicks their site's getting. Essentially, that stuff is going to come into play whenever you're thinking about who's going to offer you the best audience or the biggest audience. So keep that in mind. Product engagement pages, super useful, very important in the sales funnel. You want to get people indoctrinated, get them excited about your product. You need to have these HD images. You need to make it look, very third party, not salesy, but still, give some content about the product. Even if you were a soccer mom writing about this product, you would want to, write about, the structure of it. You would want to write about, the feel of it, how it makes your room look. You make it, dumb it down. Don't just copy and paste the descriptions from the supplier. You want to make it a very, a friendly and social kind of article, for lack of a better word. So yeah, that is in a nutshell product engagement pages. When you're writing the copy, like I said, dumb it down, keep it simple. You don't need more than 3 paragraphs. Try to center it around the images of the product, and obviously have a couple buy buttons in there. Definitely have one at the bottom, and generally I have one at the top and usually in the middle too. So yeah, if y'all have any questions about that, feel free to email me or book a coaching call. Product engagement pages definitely going to come in handy when you start running ads. So yeah, I will see y'all in the next video. I'll teach y'all a little bit about video ads and how I create those, without any video footage from the supplier. So yeah, I'll see y'all in the next video.